It's almost there. You can reach out and touch it at this point. It's summer in India. The sun is belting down, and it only means one thing: the IPL is here. And we're back with a brand new show in a brand new avatar. Welcome to Super Over. I'm Navneet Krishna. I'm going to be your host. And what's been making the news and the noise in the build-up in the week ahead of the season opener? Let's find out in our first segment of the show, The Week That Was. Well, RCB had their yearly extravagant RCB Unbox to kickstart their season as Mahendra Singh Dhoni's helicopter shot, trademark Tala Dhoni shot against Patirana, certainly is doing the rounds on social media. And as for the third team of the big three, the Mumbai Indians, it wasn't smooth sailing. Jasprit Bumrah is set to miss out on the first few games as he recovers from injury, while captain Hardik Pandya is also going to be missing the season opener because of his one-match ban that he's carrying from last season. And which match is he going to be missing out? The El Clasico against the Chennai Super Kings. And then speaking about captains, it's the start of a new era for the Delhi Capitals as they begin under the leadership of Akshar Patel, with former RCB captain Faf du Plessis as his deputy. And elsewhere in the DC camp, there's news that KL Rahul might be batting in the middle overs. Is this another selfless move for the team, or is this a bid to revive his T20I career for India? Speaking about reviving careers, here's another former cricketer who's finally found his calling in cricket. Do you remember Tanmay Shrivastava? After multiple attempts at making it to the top level, Tanmay Shrivastava is all set to feature in this IPL season as an umpire. Talent meets opportunity indeed. And if you thought this season of the IPL is going to have a grand opening ceremony, you're absolutely right. But if you think there's only going to be one, think again. This IPL is all set to have 13 opening ceremonies, one for each venue. A team that was dominant for the most part of the league stages, a team that could almost taste the silverware in 2024. Can they go the distance in 2025? Here's a look at how RR's team management answers to what makes a winning team.
I think what it takes to win is a combination of many things. It's a combination of putting together a good squad.
We would have liked to have retained all 11 of our players.
It's a combination of creating a great environment during the season.
Where Dhruv is at the moment, his keeping skills are also brilliant. You have to make tough decisions.
It's a combination of strategy.
So you have to have that flow of plan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And I don't think there's one simple answer to these.
They certainly left no stone unturned to make sure they got their 2024 core back for this season.
When you've had one of the best 3-year periods in your history.
हम लोगों ने तय किया है कि हम पूरे 6 के 6 रिटेंशंस करेंगे.
Two wicket-keeper contenders in the Indian cricket team, Sanju and Dhruv, have gone for a combined of 32 crores.
There should be no debates once we're on that table around priorities.
To get everyone back, I think, let's be honest, is unrealistic.
We wanted to compete at the top of the IPL for the next 3 years.
What about the auction table? How did the squad take shape on D-Day for the Rajasthan Royals? Let's take a quick look.
Joe Fraser is coming home, guys. Take care for me is he's got a googly that you can't read, and he's a left-arm spinner, and he bowls leg spin with control.
Tikshan aa gaya, Hasranga aa gaya.
We were always looking for the defensive spinner and the attacking spinner.
राजस्थान रॉयल्स का नाम हमेशा ऊपर रहेगा मेरे खुद के गोल से. अगर मेरे को जरूरत भी पड़ी फर्स्ट बॉल जाके घुमाने की तो मैं नहीं सोचूंगा.
We got some really hungry, talented characters, and I know Rahul and the team can't wait for the season ahead.
The Royals will begin their quest for glory against the Sunrisers Hyderabad on Sunday. Three massive games lined up for you in the opening weekend. And in this segment, we're going to give you one must-have pick in each of your fantasy 11s for each of the games. For the opening game of season 18, we have to talk about a name that is synonymous with the number 18. We say RCB, we can't not say Virat Kohli. It's RCB taking on the defending champions, the Kolkata Knight Riders, at the Eden Gardens. Typically, a surface that has plenty to offer for the bowlers, be it spin or pace. But why do we say Virat Kohli then? What it also does, it gives an opportunity for batters with the technical ability for someone like Virat Kohli to score runs on this surface. And it's no surprise that Virat Kohli averages 37 across a span of 12 games, 371 runs at this venue, including 100 against the Knight Riders in the 2019 edition. Can he repeat that feat? You might want to put your eggs in this basket. Virat Kohli for the opening game. Next up, the Rajasthan Royals travelling down to the south of India as they take on the Sunrisers Hyderabad, the team that redefined IPL batting in 2024. It's an afternoon game under the baking sun. We think it's going to be the skipper of the Rajasthan Royals, Sanju Samson, who should be your first and main pick. India's leading run scorer in T20Is in 2024, an average of 43 at a strike rate of 180. And with no Joss Butler for RR, Sanju Samson could well open the batting for the boys in pink. And that is why we think Sanju Samson has to be your first pick. And we end our three recommendations with another opener. This one for the big daddy of them all, MI versus CSK. And we think you should be having the star left-hander from New Zealand, Rachin Ravindra. He's enjoying a rich vein of form and is fresh from a Player of the Series award in the Champions Trophy that just concluded. 263 runs, including 2 absolutely gorgeous centuries. Rachin Ravindra is a certain must-have in your 11. These are our 3 picks, courtesy Arjun Kumar. You might know him as Fantasy Cricket Guy on Instagram. And in our final segment, BTS, we're going to go down memory lane and look at the history of some of the upcoming fixtures and give you a little bit more context and tell you why you should not be missing any of these matches. It's the start of a brand new era for RCB under the captaincy of Rajat Patidar, a man whose career skyrocketed from nowhere about 3 years ago. From not being picked in the auction to coming in as an injury replacement and then making a name for himself. In IPL 2022 against the Lucknow Super Giants at the Eden Gardens, Rajat Patidar scored a century for the ages to take RCB one step further, and that's an innings that really got him into the limelight, and there was no looking back for the man from MP. And speaking about MP, a coach under whom Rajat Patidar honed his skills, Chandrakant Pandit, will be in the opposite dugout as the head coach of the Kolkata Knight Riders, as Rajat Patidar will walk into the Eden Gardens for the first time as the captain of an IPL franchise. The second game of the weekend will feature 2 teams from last year's top 4, RR and SRH. It was an interesting season for both these teams and it came down to the smallest of margins. The last time SRH and RR met, it was a last over thriller. With RR needing 20 of the last 2, chasing 202, it certainly looked like they had the game in the bag. Except that we were witness to a death bowling masterclass from Pat Cummins and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, and a final ball LBW tilted the game in favour of the Sunrisers Hyderabad as they bagged 2 crucial points. Crucial points, we say, because that ended the league stages with SRH and RR tied on points. And had that game gone in favour of RR, they certainly would have had an easier path to the final. And for our last story, we go back into the past and off the field as well. Did you know that years back when Karin Pollard appeared in the auction for the very first time, MI and CSK had their eyes set on him. But it was a secret bid rule that helped the Mumbai Indians bag Pollard. And a year later, that very same secret bid rule helped the Chennai Super Kings bag Ravindra Jadeja. And one could argue that bagging these 2 top all-rounders set up MI and CSK for all the success that they were going to witness over the next decade. A rivalry which would become to be known as the El Clasico of the IPL. That's it from the first episode of Fancourt Presents Super Over. This is the cricket season. Sit back, enjoy all the games over the weekend. We're going to be back on Monday with plenty more IPL coming your way.